Alright everyone, welcome back.
放任がたたったのだろうが、少年というものはなかなかに強制できん。このような明確な敗北を受けても諦められんのでは、手の施しようがない。
The old man's body shrinks. No, it just seems that way, because he backed up without making a sound.
ともあれ、神事は敗れた。こたびの戦いは早々に我らの敗退となったが、それでもこの老体を切るかね、セーバーのサーバントよ。
その言葉が真実ならば、無益な戦いはしない。だが、もし偽りなら次はない。それは貴殿の跡取りも同じこと。懲りずに我が主を狙うのならば、その時こそ容赦なく切り捨てよう。
しかと。
The old man disappears. I wonder what kind of trick he used to do that. Zoken Mato melts back into the darkness, not unlike the way he first appeared before us. All he leaves behind is the smell of rotting flesh. I pick up the fallen woman, fighting down the sense of disgust within my chest.
教会に行くぞ、セイバー。まだ間に合う。あいつなら何とかできるはずだ。
承知しています。女性は私が。
おって、そうか。すまん。頼む、セイバー。
Saber takes the woman and starts running. The situation calls for haste. Saber can take care of this. She's stronger than me. Even if she's smaller, I shouldn't let my pride get in the way.
先行します。離れずについてきてください。
Saber races through the night. I run as fast as I can, trying not to get left behind. It's the middle of the night, but the church is brightly lit. Saber hands the unconscious victim over to me in front of the church, and I take her inside. I call loudly for Kotomine, who comes out, takes one look at the victim, and carries her into a back room. Apparently, the only room that's usable as a treatment room is Kotomine's own chambers. I sit on one of the pews. For now, I've done everything I can. It's up to Kotomine whether she'll pull through. I just have to trust him and wait for the outcome. Time passes. I know Saber's waiting for me outside, but I can't leave just yet. Besides, I want some time to think alone. The Mato family turned out to be a bloodline of mages. Shinji became a master with a servant under his command. Zoken and Mato let the family heir fight in the Holy Grail War even though they lost their power. The Ironsburns aren't the only faction with a fixation on the Holy Grail. Makiri and Tosaka. In fact, people close to the Grail itself are bound to become masters. Even Saber is no exception. The Ironsburns sought the Grail for 1,000 years. I can't even begin to imagine that level of obsession. There are things that require the Holy Grail's power to be saved or healed. My old man defied the Grail and chose to destroy it instead. Can I see this through to the end with the same conviction? Do I really have the right to fight in the same war as the Ironsburns and Makiris, who have been chasing their goal for hundreds of years?
まさかな。負傷者を連れてこいとは言ったが、その日のうちに連れてくるとは思わなかったぞ。
ことみね。
I look up. Kotomine's expression isn't grim. That must mean the treatment went well.
ことみね。あの女の人はどうなった？
持ち直しはした。あとは本人次第だ。ここに連れてくるのが半時ほど遅ければ、今頃は本職に戻らねばならなかったが。
そうか。すまない。世話をかけちまった。あんたが起きていてくれて助かった。
どうした？私に礼を言うとは熱でもあるのか？悩み事なら相談に乗るぞ。
どうだか。悩み事なんて山ほどある。それを増やしたのは他ならぬあんただろ。これ以上あんたの長話なんか聞くもんか。
On that, Shiro, you and I can truly agree on.
なんだ、昼の話は迷惑だったか。後押ししてやったつもりなのだが、迷いを増やしただけとは、私も反省せねばならんな。
The priest seems rueful, but I can't tell how sincere he is. But I'm not gonna let this awkward silence win.
そのさ、知ってるやつがマスターだったんだ。
I murmur pitifully, unable to keep it to myself. The priest says nothing. He merely nods in acknowledgement.
当然倒したんだろうな、エミやシロ。
I answered the short question with a nod of my own.
ならば悔いるな。人間には過去を変えることはできん。我々にできることは常に自身の行いを是とすることだけだ。それでも罪を背負いたいのならば、これからの自身の行いに問うがいい。すでに起きた惨事をどう捉えるかはお前次第だ。
The priest is right again. The problem isn't that Shinji was a master, or that the Mato and Tosaka families are mages, or that the Ainsburns are obsessed with the Holy Grail. What matters are the choices I make next.
帰る。あの人のことよろしく頼む。
I stand up and make to leave the chapel. Saber's waiting for me outside. Now that I know the woman will be alright, I have no reason to stay here.
待てエミやシロ。一つ助言をしてやろ
なんだよ。長話は聞かないって言っただろ。
う。なに、すぐに済む。こんな夜更けに治療をしてやったのだ。治療代として話に付き合え。
Can't argue with that. I reluctantly turn back and stand in front of the priest.
昼に言い忘れたことだ。アインツベルンの望み、1000年の願いを叶えるために彼らは生き続けてきた。なるほど。口にしてみれば大事だ。気をされるのも当然だろう。
This is why I can't deal with this guy. I haven't even said anything yet, but he hits me right where I'm most uncertain.
うるさいな。また蒸し返そうってのか、お前。
そうではない。私はな、そう意識するほどのことでもないと言っているのだ。そう。特別視する必要などない。この日々の営み、人々の幸福が結晶化したものが聖杯戦争だ。参加すること、殺し合うことに罪悪などない。あらゆる人間は自分だけの望みを持ち、それを果たすために奪い合う。人間の一生とはそれだけのものだ。大小はあれ、その思考性だけは共通する事項だろう。望みを叶えようとしない人間はいない。無論成否は別だ。人間は己が望みを叶えるために生き、その全てが目的に届かず終わるのだから。物事には順序がある。願いを叶えるためには相応の努力と蓄積が必要だ。そうして積み重ねる徒労を我々は人生と呼ぶ。聖杯とは単にその徒労をなくすだけのもの。人間の生き方をよりシンプルにしたものが聖杯戦争という殺し合いだ。つまり何も特別なことなどない。7人のマスターは己が人生をもって果たすべき長い過程を聖杯という近道で短縮しようとしているだけのこと。それ以外は何も変わらん。他者の願いを自己の願いで塗りつぶしていくのが人の営みだ。聖杯戦争もお前の人生も変わらない。お前はお前の望むまま気負うことなく勝ち抜くがいい。
The priest's tone is pleasant. To him, there's no difference between noble and mundane wishes. He doesn't judge the quality of anyone's desire. He's saying I should follow my heart and trample on everyone else's wishes. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not, but what I hear loud and clear is a serious declaration that even a half-baked master like me can find meaning in this war.
らしくないな。あんたが人の心配をするなんて、どんな風の吹き回しだ。
何、しなくとも良い話をしたから。悩みを解きに来た者にさらなる迷いを与えては神父失格だ。
What a piece of work. If Tosaka heard that, she'd say he's always been a failure.
余計なお世話だ。じゃあな、衛星神父。
なあ、これに懲りなければまた来るがいい。
I snort, turn on my heel, and march out of the church. This time, I really do leave, announcing it with loud and forceful footsteps. Saber's waiting for me outside the church. Come to think of it, my daytime visit went exactly like this too. Saber patiently waited for me in the frigid winter night. That might be how a master-servant dynamic is meant to be anyway, but she's still here for my sake. I hope I can repay her goodwill.
あの人助かったよ。セイバーのおかげだ。
礼には及びません。あの女性を助けようとしたのはシローです。私はあなたの方針に従っただけですから。
She gives me a surprisingly kind expression.
いや、そんなことないぞ。あの人を助けたのはセイバーだ。俺だけじゃきっと間に合わなかったし、それに
She let Zoke and Mato get away, just to help a victim. If we'd stopped the old man from leaving, there would have been another fight. The woman was in critical condition and wouldn't have made it. Saber must have had that in mind when she let Zoken go.
何ですかシロー。その理由もなく頬が緩んでいるように見えますが。
理由はあるよ。セイバーが思っていた通りのやつでよかった。ありがとうな、セイバー。俺の無茶な方針に従ってくれて嬉しかった。
何を言うのです。私は別にシローの指示が無茶だとは思ってなど。
そうか。散々甘いだの手ぬるいだの、戦いを何だと思っているのですかなんて言ってたじゃないか。セイバー、努力はするけど状況次第で方針は変えるって顔してたぞ。
そんな顔はしていません。マスターの身に危険が迫った時は私の判断を優先すると言っただけではないですか。それをそうかなどとよく言えたものですね、シローは。
I wish we got more of these two, like, bickering from time to time. We don't get enough of it, honestly, in all routes. Saber grunted indignant. Her pouty face looks so similar yet different from the way she's been acting that I can't help but smile.
シロー、どうやらあなたには一度礼節とはどういうものか教え込まなければならないようですね。
機会があったら頼む。けどセイバー、今はそれよりこの戦いを終わらせよ
う。シロー、
俺はセイバーみたいに聖杯が必要ってわけじゃなかった。戦いを終わらせて最後まで残れたら聖杯はセイバーにもらってほしいなんて思ってた。そんな半端な自分でセイバーは本当にいいのかって迷いがあった。
そうですか。では今はどうなのです。あなたは今夜自分の意志での戦いを経験した。あなたの考えは変わりましたか。
これが全然まだ聖杯戦争には納得できてない。けど必ず最後まで戦う。俺には他の連中みたいに聖杯で叶える願いはない。けどさ、誰かを守ること、正義の味方になることが俺の目標だったんだ。それが他の連中に劣っているとは思えない。なら相手が500年だろうが1000年だろうが向こうに回して戦わなくちゃいけないと思うんだ。
なるほど。確かにそれは筋が通っている。では私も今一度誓いましょう。あなたが私の主としてふさわしい限り、この身はあなたの剣となる。シローがシローである限り、その期待を決して裏切ることはありません。
This makes it hurt all the more when... Ugh. Oh, but what happens way later? No?
精一杯努力する、セイバー。
Her honest smile makes me feel a little awkward, so I look up at the sky. The starry winter sky reminds me of the frozen lake. It's so beautiful.
決して裏切ることはない。
I gaze up at the night sky so far removed from the surface and from tonight's events. Under that same sky, she made a promise to me as if it were the most natural thing in the world. I need to do everything I can to live up to that trust. Stay true to the person that she thinks I am. At the very least, I hope I can look back on this path one day without any regrets. The foreshadowing was strong with that one. Light pours in. Through my closed eyes, it announces the coming of morning. I roll over in bed, turning away from the light. I'm still sleepy. Judging by how cold it feels outside, it must be around 5:30 a.m. I went to bed late last night. By the time Saber and I returned from the church and I sent her off to sleep in her guest bedroom, it was already after 3 a.m. I don't think 2 hours of sleep is enough. Not to mention, I ran myself ragged yesterday. If I can at least get another 30 minutes of sleep then. In my sleepy haze, I think I just saw something. It's right next to my futon. Next to me, in other words. Something's kneeling there, incredibly out of place. Somehow it reminds me of a person. It's staring so intently it makes me nervous. Which means it's...
Saber!
はい。何でしょうか、シロ。
なんで俺の部屋にいるんだお前。ちゃんと離れの部屋に案内しただろう昨日。
I jolt up and start to get out of the futon, but I stop before my lower half leaves the covers. Guys, have to deal with stuff in the morning.
それなのですが、やはり問題があります。部屋には案内されましたが、あそこはシロの部屋から離れすぎています。
ちょっと待った。とりあえず離れろ。いいから離れろ。頼むから離れろ。セイバーが離れないんなら俺が離れる。
I start rolling away from her, still wrapped up in my sheets like a spring roll. Saber watched me curiously. Darn it, doesn't she know I'm a healthy young teenager? I get nervous enough when she's close to me, but having her kneel next to me first thing in the morning is certain doom for my brain cells. It's an ambush guaranteed to wipe out the brave soldiers in my frontal lobe.
シロ、話の続きですが。
続きって部屋のことか。
はい。万全を期すため、私たちは同室で休むべきです。この屋敷の結界は優秀ですが、あくまで警告を発するだけのもの。攻め込まれた場合、あなたを守る盾にはなりません。
Saber's correct, of course, but I wish she'd consider my mental fortitude. If she sleeps in the same room as me, then I might lose my sanity before I lose my life to an enemy. Besides, I can't stay with Saber 24/7, so maybe we should draw some boundaries. Oh, I forgot. I have to go to school today.
シロ、どうしました？突然顔を青くして。あなたがそのような顔をするときは、決まって良くない提案をすると把握していますが。
Inadvisable is bright. She's sharp. Saber eyes me suspiciously. Loyalty, oath, nowhere to be
い
seen.
や、言い忘れていたことがあるんだが。
I take a seat opposite her. Now, how can I convince her to let me go to school by myself? Her gaze is painfully unrelenting. While my knife is rhythmically chops tofu, Saber is sitting in a dignified seiza posture, staring intently at my face. I'm gonna go to school like I usually do. We haven't seen eye to eye since I suggested doing so. Saber's against it, of course. She says it's too dangerous to let her master go out alone. But I have my own life to worry about. Fujine will get suspicious if I miss class, and I'll never know what's happening outside if I stay cooped up at home. Besides, we might tip off them other masters if Saber goes outside. I think it's worth going out on my own to scout out the terrain.
マスター同士の戦いは人目を避けるんだろう。なら日中は安全だ。よほど人気のないところに出向かない限り仕掛けられることはない。
Saber disagreed, saying that it wasn't a guarantee of safety. To be honest, I lost my temper at how overprotective she was being, and stubbornly insisted on going to school, so that's where we are now. I love that look so much. Saber's gaze is painful because she's angry at me. Lesson of the day. She knows how to hold a grudge. And she's pretty emotional about it too, so she can be a handful. I'd better be careful not to get into any shouting matches with her in the future.
融通聞かない頑固者。
何か言いましたか、シロ？
いや、独り言。この豆腐硬くて。
And her hearing's too damn sharp. Definitely not the sort of person you'd want to have a cold war with.
あれ、もうそんな時間か。
The doorbell rings and I hear the front door open. Sakura announces herself a second
そ
later.
っか。セイバーと長話してたもんだから、いつもより30分ロスしたわけだ。
Still, I'm mostly finished making breakfast. I thought about making sandwiches to make Saber happy, but she didn't look like she was in the mood, so I won't. Japanese people eat rice. I resist the violence of her gaze by making her follow the old adage, when in Rome.
おはようございます先輩。今朝はもうやっつけちゃったんですか？
ああ、だいたい片付けた。おはよう、さくら。藤姉もそろそろだろうから、盛り付け手伝ってくれ。
はい。それじゃあお手伝いしちゃいますね。
Sakura sets her bag down in the living room and greets Saber.
おはようございますセイバーさん。昨日はよく眠れましたか？
はい。慣れない部屋でしたが、この屋敷には慣れていましたので、問題はありません。
Oh, they're talking. They didn't yesterday, but Sakura seems to have accepted her.
お待たせしました。先輩、どこから仕上げるんですか？
うん。大皿1枚と人数分の皿4枚。サラダは出来上がってるんで、適当に盛り付けてくれ。
はい。はあ、今朝のサラダはジャーマンポテトですか。朝から洋食風なんて凝ってますね先輩。
As she expresses her surprise, Sakura scoops the large serving of potato salad onto the big plate and garnishes it. I'd like to object that the only Western thing about this meal is the salad, though. I'd like to further point out that this isn't a concession to Saber. I just felt like making potato salad.
はあ、なんかいい匂い。先輩、ちょっと味見いいですか？
いいけど熱いぞ。あと甘いかもしれない。
Sakura uses a pair of long frying chopsticks to sample the potatoes I'm cooking.
はあ、本当に甘い。これ、玉ねぎの甘さじゃないですよね。
She licks her lips as she considers the recipe. Watching her, I'm surprised. I've seen Sakura taste test food plenty of times, but from this close, was she always so charming?
美味しいです先輩。この味付け気に入っちゃいました。
She must be fond of it because she enthusiastically scoops potatoes into the big plate. That's the usual Sakura. I'm relieved to feel my surprise draining away.
さくら。
はい、何ですか先輩。
She's the same old Sakura. She's no different than she was yesterday.
シンジは
I stopped just short of asking her what happened after he went home last night. If Shinji has a grudge against me for yesterday, then I doubt he would have let Sakura come over. Shinji may be a master belonging to a family of mages, but that has nothing to do with Sakura. She won't be pulled into this war. Still, I worry for her. If something happens that causes Shinji to dump on Sakura all the Mato family affairs, the Holy Grail, war, and the fight between masters, then she'll definitely be involved. I have to prevent that no matter what.
いや、なんでもない。
はい、それより先輩、今は兄さんに関わらないでください。
Oh, if that were me, I would do it. I would talk to him and I would taunt him.
さん、昨日の夜からおかしいんです。気が立っているようだから先輩にもおかしなことを言ってしまうかもしれない。
I need to make sure Sakura doesn't know what happened. I know why Shinji's acting that way, of course. He went off the rails last night. He lost his status as master and his grandfather berated him. Considering Shinji's personality, he must be seriously pissed at me. Sakura doesn't know anything. She's ignorant of her brother's situation and her family's secrets. Then, is it safe for her to keep living with Shinji? Shinji hasn't given up. I can't rule out the chance that he might do something awful to his sister.
先輩、ごめんなさい。朝から迷惑かけてしまっているみたいで。
バカ、迷惑なんてそんなこと言うな。
I'm the one causing you trouble for you. I should have foreseen the situation after finding Shinji. I need to think. To come up with a way that Sakura can keep living her life. To find a way to let her keep smiling like she always has. Breakfast ends in a gloomy mood. I don't know why, but Fujine never showed up, and Sakura ate in silence the whole time. Saber's always been stoic, and I'm not exactly talkative either. Clean up quickly after breakfast, and Sakura leaves 40 minutes early for morning practice.
それじゃあ失礼しますね、先輩。
Sakura forces a smile and puts on her shoes.
部活あんまり張り切るなよ。この前だって体調が悪いっていうのに無理しようとしただろう。朝練は適度に流して奥でお茶でも飲んでろ。三綴がなんか言ったらな、俺に貸し1でいいって言い返せ。
それなら首相も喜びます。
The front door slides open with a clatter. Sakura bows, turns to leave, and runs smack into the door.
さくら、
She holds her nose, moaning.
大丈夫かさくら、話出てないか。
大丈夫です。声優に鼻血なんて見られたら死んじゃいます。
Sakura stands up unsteadily. Surely that accident happened because she wasn't paying attention, right?
本当に体はいいのかさくら。今のぶつかったっていうより倒れたように見えたぞ。立ちくらみだったら今日は。
おかしいな。そんなことないんですよ。今のは私の不注意で、恥ずかしいです。それじゃあ改めてお先に失礼しますね、先輩。藤村先生には今朝も先輩のご飯は美味しかったってお伝えします。
Sakura leaves without further incident, trying to downplay my worries. She does look full of energy. If she's tired, maybe it's mental rather than physical fatigue.
真治のこともある。このまま放っておけないよな。
I say that, but I don't have any clear solutions. I can't consult Saber about this, nor can I tell Sakura the truth. Fujin is completely out, of course. Damn it. If only there was someone who goes to the same school as me I could ask for advice who would actually know what the Holy Grail War is.
そんな都合のいいやつ、ひょこひょこ歩いてるはずないよな。
Oh gee, I wonder who that could be. I go up the stairs. I managed to get Saber to stay home while I went to school, though my head is a little foggy.
エミヤ君？
There she is. Luckily, the one person I can ask about anything suddenly strolls right up to me.
そう。私のこと甘く見てるってこと。
Tosaka calls out to me. Maybe she has business with me too. What good luck! I consult about Sakura, consult her about Shinji. I smell danger, take shelter in my classroom. Oh no, we're consulting about Sakura. Let's go.
いいわ。そっちがその気ならここで決着をつけてあげる。サーバントを連れずに学校に来るなんて。
すまん、五条だ遠坂、相談に乗ってくれ。
I closed in on Tosaka until I got her backed up against a wall. Given the subject matter, I can't let the students around us hear.
ちょっと何考
えてるのよあんた。ここで決着つけるってのはあくまで例えで、まだ周りにみんながいるじゃない。